I mean, it would be cool, like, if you want to meet, I don't know, at the park or something, but don't just show up here. Good morning, guys. I've had to do a few things around the house, basically for us to be moving. And I cleared out a couple of rooms in the house, which is crazy. I have some things that I want to take with me to the States here, some important papers, my degrees, diplomas, etc. My nose is running. I feel great though, but I'm pretty sure I either have allergies or a cold. Not sure. But Hadar's sick. But I spent time in a vet's office that like swelled my face up. So I'm not sure if I have allergies or I'm just sick from my husband. Anyway, I got ready, and this is the state that I am in right now. I got ready. I was going to reward my kids with Kinder eggs because I'm a crazy person, obviously.
No, you're not crazy. You're the best. You give us Kinder eggs and Kinder Joy all day long.
All day, every day. All day, every day. That's what I do. No, they get it like once every 6 months, and I'm not sure if we're going to be here for Purim or not. I'm pretty sure we are, but I'm not sure. For sure. This vlog is called the Shirley Sure vlog. That's right, but don't call me Shirley. I bet every Shirley in the whole world hates that show just because of that quote. The airplane, maybe. So this is the state of my life. I'm getting ready. I have a lot of energy, right? Well, more than I usually do. And Rafael's like, oh, it's raining. We can't go. Our clothes will get wet. I said, what? It's raining? Now, you know, if you have struggled with your energy levels, you know that when you have energy, you better go. You got to get on top of it and do the things that you don't usually do, because at any moment, at any time of the day, any time of the week, you're going to be back to where you were, which is having no energy. So I was like, kids, let's walk to the store. Yeah, so that's the state of things right now. Let's go look at this epic rain, because it's actually pretty late in the year for it to be raining. This room is so empty and just, it's empty but cluttered because there's like toys and random things on the floor. Anyway, I have my plants that I got down out of the kitchen, and a lot of these mirrors are gone. Yeah, it's, if I had built this, I would have made it to where it was like not rainy in my porch. And there's a puddle right here, see, where they didn't make it even here. So right when you step out, even if you squeegee the thing off, it'll puddle up. Anyway, so I think it might stop raining here in a little bit. I wanted to tell you though, we have been plagued for the past 2 days, and I don't know what it is. Like, I thought maybe it was a gunshot, it was a fireworks, it was some kind of flared gun, I don't know, somebody busting windows, you know how they explode and it's really loud. Well, honestly, truly, it sounds like a gun. And you're not allowed to have guns here unless you have a permit for it, and they make it very hard to get a gun here. So a lot of people, even if they're in the army, like Hadar, he does not have a permit to have a personal weapon because he has no reason to have one. And like, you have to have a sufficient reason to have one, right? That's how they do. But you are allowed to have it if you're like in security or whatever, or you need it for protection, like need, and your need must be just. So last night we heard it super loud right in front of our house, probably like 5 or 6 times. One woman screamed. Nobody came outside to see what it was. I was like, does anybody care what this is? It was really loud, really loud. And it didn't feel like a bomb because you can actually feel when a rocket hits. We felt the rocket that was in the next neighborhood over, and it destroyed a house. We felt it. It rocked the house. this didn't rock the house. It was like a gun. So we don't know what it is. And then later on, we heard it on the next street over behind our house. And then we heard it down the road behind our house. So it was like somebody's going down the road shooting. I don't know. What are they doing? So for the last 2 days, we have heard exactly that, and we don't know what it is. I told Hadar, please call the law and find out what's going on. And I guess that's just not a thing here, so he didn't. So yesterday, I had something traumatic happen for me. Some people show up at my door, and I'm thinking, okay, this has to be Hadar's passport because these people are aggressive. They really want to get my attention. So I go to the door, and I look out, and there's like really loud music blaring outside, which is not typical for our neighborhood. We have like retirees and just really, really good people that live here. It's a good community. My nose is running, and my cat is trying to get out. Are you escaping, kitty? I will throw this car at you. I am not above doing that. Anyway, my nose is really running. That's annoying. I don't have a stuffed up nose, but it's just running. The cat, just an update on the cat, she has grown back like 98% of her fur that she licked off after the second or third vet visit that we took her to find out what was wrong with her. Anyway, so these people come to the door, and the woman's like almost walking in. I don't know what that was. Probably has to do with the wind. Anyway. So she's like almost walking in. I was like, what are you doing here? Who are you? And they're Russian. They don't speak English. They speak half words in Hebrew. And I'm like, what do you want? And then they say my landlord's name, which I just learned like 2 days ago because we had to sign another contract with him. So I was like, oh, that's his name? Because he was on WhatsApp. So I was like, I don't know his name. Why would I need to know his name? Hadar dealt with it, right? So I was like, okay, they're talking about my landlord. I was like, okay, this guy doesn't live here. I know some people in the past have come to our house to look for him because they wanted approval for a building to be built behind our house. There's just a lot of noise right now. So anyway, there have been people looking for him before, and it was like a couple, a man and a woman, and just like super pushy, and they were like, oh, my landlord's name. And I said, yeah, he doesn't speak English either. You know, I've tried to talk to him when he come over to fix the roof that caved in. And he's like, oh, well, the woman was like, we'll be back in 10 minutes. I said, no, you won't. No, you won't. They want to see the house because he put it back up for rent. He is not selling it. My mother-in-law and father-in-law were very interested in buying it if he was, but they are not. I'm sure there's some more people in this neighborhood that are selling because all of the houses are exactly alike. So, and they probably don't have this bad of a tile floor. Like I've seen some houses in this neighborhood that are really nice and actually 2-story because they got a permit to build on, like the guy back here is building on. So anyway, long story short, I just about had a mental breakdown yesterday. So it's like my house is not filthy, but it's this. Okay? What's that rag there? I have food all over the counter there. You know, it's just like there's hardly anything in here. I'm giving that to my mother-in-law. It's got a bunch of stuff in it. I was cleaning this out. I had a bunch of stuff out there. I mean, I said, I'm sorry, I'm moving. I have 2 kids up in here. It was Abigail's bedtime. She was half naked because she's potty training. It was just like a cluster F. I said, you are not coming back. I'm sorry, but no. And nobody called me. Nobody WhatsApped me. Nobody. And I said, that doesn't fly. I need notice for somebody to come over. Why would you want your house shown to a renter when you know that they have 2 little kids and they're gonna have a tore up house when you show up unexpectedly? Why would you do that? Our landlord is generally good, but he actually did the same thing to the other guy that lived here before us. We showed up and he didn't even call them first. So when we got here, they wouldn't let us in, obviously, and it was like 8 o'clock at night. And he didn't call them and tell them, hey, I'm coming over. Like, that's just common courtesy for one. And for another, I'm not letting anybody in because occupancy is 9/10 of the law. I don't know if that applies here, but yeah, if you're living there and you're paying rent, don't just show up. And then, oh, the landlord will be here in 10. I said, no, he won't. Nobody's coming in. I'm sorry. We've already had, you know, a couple of issues with like people finding us from YouTube. I guess they see what's outside and they know Beersheba, so they just kind of show up at our house. And we've already had like little kids show up at our house before, and I won't let them in. First of all, most of them don't even come with parents. Like, what are you doing here? And they're like little kids. So, I mean, it would be cool, like, if you want to meet, I don't know, at the park or something, but don't just show up here. And same to the landlord. I have to clean this all up, and I will. It'll probably take like 40 minutes to get it like real spotless and hide all the stuff that I'm giving away. Just moving, it's hard. Anyway, it's really hard when people are like demanding, I guess. I don't know, it's just, am I in the wrong here? Like, I would definitely call if I... It didn't stop raining yet, no. If I were renting a house out to someone, I would definitely give them 24-hour notice. Hey, like, I shouldn't even been here. If I had a job, I shouldn't have been here outside of the house. You know, I would have been at work. There's only, yeah, there's, like, he has a key to my door. Was he just gonna walk in if I wasn't here? So that freaks me out a little bit because there's no other way to lock it other than this lock, and he hasn't replaced the lock. So that freaks me out a little bit. Anyway, I will wait until the rain stops, and if it does stop, we are going to go to the store, and then I'll film us going to the store. Otherwise, I'm going to end it here because I know I'm bad at ending things, but I just wanted to tell you that little story, what happened to me yesterday, because I had a mental breakdown over WhatsApp when I was talking to Hadar. And I said, I need everybody to just leave me alone, okay? Just leave me alone. All these expectations, like, I'm trying to do everything for moving. So I'm not focused on cleaning the house all the time, every day. And, like, I have Rafael set up where he's doing things. I'm working with Abigail as I'm working, which is fine. We're doing, like, flashcards. We're playing with toys and whatnot. So everybody's taken care of that way, but my house is still a wreck, and I don't have, like... Yeah. Anyway, that was just my rant. Yeah. Yeah. At least, you know, I'm sweeping.
I'm gonna catch you.
You got me. Where was I going?
Going to... Let's play catch. That means me and Abigail are going to catch each other.
Okay. Well, say goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye. You're supposed to be in bed.
Actually, I was just going to go outside, and now it's coming down even harder. So. I have to go to the store because we're out of stevia, and I have to have my coffee with stevia in it because I can't drink it black or without sweetener. So, and it's dark now. Hadar is home. We have good security here. Oh yeah.
Uh-oh. The security. You better put your hat on.
Yeah, no.
Alright.
I got Abigail a cake pan, but I never used it. But Grandma used it as soon as I like literally just gave it to her and she used it. Look, 3 tiers. And here's Eliana decorating it. Wow, that really made a big cake. She's serious decorator too.
A 6-year-old can decorate and I cannot?
You can decorate.
Has nothing to do with age yet.
No. She's doing a good job too. She's got white frosting and then she's gonna put chocolate ganache on it. Drippy. Beautiful. And there it is done. So pretty.
Whoa.
You love it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can decorate like different ways than Eliana, and Eliana can decorate different ways than me.
That's right.
Yep, because I have sprinkles.
And they both taste delicious.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We got a lot of footage no one has ever seen before. Yeah, Abby is a talking cat, and that freaks me out. Cat ears.